This is Family Guy's parody of Marlee Matlin, the first deaf actress to win an Oscar.
Hi, Stewie!
I know you can't hear them, but you gotta feel those things slapping out of there.
This was her reaction. Now, Family Guy is always throwing a savage roast every 2 seconds, and while some celebs laugh it off, others get so offended they even cut off Seth MacFarlane altogether. Today, we're looking at how celebrities reacted to Family Guy parodies, starting with the man who showed up to beat the hell out of Peter Griffin. Now, it's one thing to roast a normal celebrity, it's another thing entirely to mock a man who has a particular set of skills and can make your demise look like an accident. But Family Guy did it anyway. I mean, they have absolutely no fear of anyone, not even Liam Neeson's threat.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
And just so you know, Liam Neeson doesn't make empty threats. He actually did show up and give Peter a well-deserved beatdown. But let's rewind just a bit. Now, Family Guy has taken several jabs at Liam Neeson, and he's even come to voice some of them himself. But before that, the first parody of Liam was them taking a jab at his Irish accent.
Advice those kids are gonna be as hopeless as Liam Neeson when he tries to play an American cowboy.
Gonna take a fortnight at least to get this herd down to St. Louis on Mississippi.
Who authorized this? That is not Liam Neeson. You know what? That's what happens when you order Liam Neeson from Wish. Seth MacFarlane really looked at one of Hollywood's most intimidating actors and said, what if we made him sound like a drunk cowboy who's never seen a horse? And boy, did Liam take notes. Mental notes. Revenge notes.
Character says, "Hey, imagine Liam Neeson being in a Western, ha 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 ha." And it's me being Liam Neeson, dressed as a cowboy. But they were making fun of the fact that I did it in an Irish accent.
But you know what made this even funnier? It's that Seth MacFarlane would later write a cowboy western movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West, and you wouldn't believe who he later called up to take a role in the movie. Liam freaking Neeson. Yeah, right, the unlimited audacity of that phone call. Hey Liam, remember when we destroyed your accent and dignity on national television? Want to be in my cowboy movie? You have the perfect yeehaw energy. And Liam said yes, but he was not gonna let bygones be bygones.
When Seth called me up to ask would I do this film, I said I'll do it on condition that I can use my own Irish accent.
Now that request was well farmed, and low-key though, it had the same vibe of that Thanos quote, "Where does that lead you back to me?" Am I dating myself by saying that? Is Infinity War that old yet? Or like... Anyway, Liam nailed his role in the movie pretty well, but you know what? Acting as a cowboy and doing an Irish accent wasn't enough for him. There had to be better ways of teaching Peter Griffin a lesson for setting up that cutaway gag in the first place, and so, in the episode Fighting Irish, where he voiced himself, that's exactly what he did. It all started when Peter had been going around town running his mouth that he could totally kick Liam Neeson's ass.
You'd crap your pants. If you were ever face to face with Liam Neeson,
No, I wouldn't.
you're full of it.
Oh yes you would, Peter. Yes you would. And to prove it, the guys fly out to Connecticut where Neeson was shooting a movie. But all that talk about beating up a movie star had Peter locked up. At night, Neeson himself showed up, and it was time for Peter to finally make good on his threat.
What could you possibly do for me?
Please, I'll do anything. Anything you want. Just don't kill me. I'll scrub your toilets, coil your penis, shine your shoes. The internet tells me that's something you might have a need for.
Oh, how come I've never heard that from the internet? Of course, Peter lied to the guys about winning, so Liam delivered a masterclass in humility.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to get a free movie set haircut.
You followed through on your drunken ravings.
You guys must think I'm pathetic. I was stupid to think I could beat up Liam Neeson.
Are you kidding? You took on the star of Kinsey.
Thanks, guys. I guess you're right. Wow. You know, I guess the lesson here is Oscar Schindler wasn't real.
I don't think that's the lesson.
That is so not the lesson here, but if it helps him sleep at night without Liam Neeson-shaped nightmares, sure. Speaking of nightmares, this next guy. Try not to picture his face in the dark. Now, everybody knows Willem Dafoe. If not as the Green Goblin, then as that guy whose face does things that shouldn't be anatomically possible. That in Jim Carrey, but we're not talking about him. Anyway, now in Family Guy's parody of Willem Dafoe, he isn't just scary, he's childhood trauma core. Stewie literally has PTSD from this man existing under his bed. Well, you know who else has trauma when it comes to Willem Dafoe and the Green Goblin?
But deliver us.
I digress. Yeah, but this is the same actor who makes you question whether he's acting or genuinely plotting your demise. So I guess you can understand why Stewie would be scared of having Willem Dafoe under his bed. Question is, how'd he even get there in the fracking first place?
I used to have a Willem Dafoe living under my bed.
Hey, you asleep yet?
Isn't it funny that the baby literally on his way to hack the CIA and take over the world is afraid of a man under his bed? But why wouldn't he be? It's frickin' Willem Dafoe. You have no idea if any minute he could pull up like this and ask you to finish it.
Finish it! Finish it!
I know, I just wanted to sneak that back in there. So how did Willem Dafoe react to this parody of himself in Family Guy? He had absolutely no clue he was internet famous for hiding under beds. The man's too busy being terrifying to check Twitter, so when the clip was brought to his attention, he was a good sport about it, but still found it a bit weird.
This thing about me being under Stewie's bed or something like that, and I'm smoking a cigarette or something? Yeah, pretty cool. It's weird. I mean, I don't know the show, but I know some people really love it.
But Family Guy wasn't done with his face. In the season 19 episode Boys and Squirrels, Peter picked up the hobby of wood carving and decided Willem Dafoe's face was the perfect muse. But it wasn't so much about the carving itself, it was more about why he decided to make it.
Wow, it's Willem Dafoe!
He's perfect for carving, because the angles are so sharp.
Amazing.
Oh. Since Willem Dafoe has more bones in his face than most people have in their entire body,
It's beautiful, Peter.
Yeah, I just love William Dafoe.
Bro, you actually can't argue with that. Have you seen what this man can do with his facial muscles? It's like watching a Rubik's Cube solve itself in reverse, and Willem knows it.
Look, I don't think about my face, but I have noticed that sometimes if I don't think about my face, it does things I don't want it to do.
You don't think about your face? Brother, your face is thinking about us. It's out here doing independent contract work. What does that even mean?
It is expressive, and that's a good thing for an actor. But sometimes it's too expressive.
Willem Dafoe took the Family Guy roast like a champ. No lawsuits, no beef, maybe mild confusion that the internet cares this much about his cheekbones. Now, talking about this next celebrity might be a little difficult. I just realized you can't see my expression, so just know I did a little hand quote when I said celebrity. But to be fair to him, he was a big shot in the 90s. We're talking about Cary Elwes. And he played Wesley in The Princess Bride. You know The Princess Bride, the movie where every other line is either as you wish or inconceivable, depending on who you ask.
As you wish. Oh, my sweet Wesley. What have I done? Ow. Oh.
Still don't know it? Well, bottom line is, it was a big deal back then. But the problem is, it's all back then. Because if you've seen Cary Elwes in anything after 1993, you probably stumbled onto the wrong Netflix category at 2 a.m. And so, on behalf of everyone who were confused on knighting Cary Elwes as a celebrity, Peter had to ask this question.
Dear Cary Elwes, I have been meaning to contact you for some time, but you were wearing a mask for most of it. Do you consider your career a disappointment? I have never been able to figure out if you are famous. You were a big deal in one thing. Did you exceed your own expectations? You were in Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Did you know that? Yours truly, Peter Griffin.
But guys, what Cary Elwes did next pretty much proved my point. Because that Family Guy episode, the one where Peter reads that letter to him, aired on a Sunday. And guess who showed up at the Family Guy office first thing Monday morning? Yep, Cary Elwes himself. So clearly he watched the episode that same night and decided to respond immediately.
Thank you for your letter. In answer to your question, I am famous in several places in the world, including Liechtenstein and Guam.
Unlike the other celebrities who were too busy having actual careers to notice Family Guy's jabs for months, Cary was different. My guy clearly had Google alerts strapped to his soul. It's the only logical explanation for why he was ready to fire back the second that episode dropped.
My honor. On that day, from sunup to sundown, they make effigies in my likeness out of kumquats and throw them into the ocean as an offering to the gods. It's true that my most famous role required me to wear a mask, so I tend to get recognized a lot more if I happen to be wearing one.
Meanwhile, it's still taken me 3 business days to respond to some messages on my feckin' phone. But look at this dude on a Monday morning. He must have badly needed the clout and was all out to milk it. I'll go easy on him because all in all, he took everything in good spirit. But all that charm still didn't get Hollywood to call him back. Now, you might think getting roasted by Family Guy and showing up to their office the next day is the most desperate thing a celebrity can do, but trust me, Cary got off light. Because the celebrity we're about to talk about, Family Guy had him showing off his abs to save his pride. Every mother says their child is beautiful, but it's more true for some, and then for others, their moms were lying through their teeth. But not Jonathan Lipnicki's mom, though. She knew she had a cute kid on her hands. So, of course, Hollywood took advantage of that. I mean, have you seen Jerry Maguire?
Jerry, do you know the human head weighs 8 pounds?
Did you know that Troy Aikman, in only 6 years, has passed for 16,303 yards? 16,303 yards? 16,303 yards. 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 16,303 yar
You know bees and dogs can smell fear?
Look at him being a cute kid actor. Not like I'm hating, but just know that you're on a timer, and that timer's called adolescence. And oh boy, does it count down very quickly. Before you know it, voila, this is what the cute kid from Jerry Maguire now looks like.
So I was excited to go on a plane, was what I remember.
Okay, he doesn't look so bad, you know? I mean, who am I to talk, really? I'm a faceless voice on a YouTube video, okay? Well, Family Guy talked a lot. Those frickers down in the writer's office took one look at this dude and went straight for the jugular. Carter had just wrecked his marriage thanks to Peter.
Mr. Pewterschmidt, you're having an affair? Ew!
No, I'm impotent. I mean, she looked at me while I did it to myself.
Ew!
No, this is my sister.
Ew!
I mean, she's a man.
But blaming Peter for this is like blaming Coldplay for ruining this asshole's marriage.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either that.
Yeah, right, still Peter's fault, because when it's time for the fat man to keep a secret, it always ends up like this.
Carter, where are you taking our television?
Giving it to Peter.
Why?
Because Peter is the best.
You hear that, Lois? And he's not just saying that because I covered for him about his affair.
Such a homewrecker. How do you successfully blackmail a billionaire to cover up his cheating scandal, only to let your mouth go and spill everything? That could have been the ultimate money glitch. Wait a minute, am I actually trying to justify blackmail? No, scratch everything from the record, please. Anyway, Peter just wanted to fix his mistake. Okay, so he and Carter started exchanging bright ideas.
Okay.
Ex-wife always falls in love with her husband again after he befriends a little kid. And the kid needs to be really cute, so I ordered Jonathan Lipnicki.
Before we go on, that is some great advice from Peter, so you might want to take note if you ever find yourself in that situation with your wife. You're welcome. Now brace yourself, because this is where our little 6-year-old Hollywood superstar comes in.
Oh my God, what happened to you? You're hideous. Oh, who did this to you? We gotta get you to the hospital. Where are my keys? Where's my keys? Where are my keys?
What in the heavens was that reaction? What did these guys possibly do to our sweet boy? It can't be that bad.
Look what has happened to Jonathan Lipnicki.
You're right. You should probably take care of that. I'll be here.
Oh, that is atrocious. Looks like he took an internship with Frankenstein. How did he offend the gods of puberty to end up looking like that? All in all, it's just fracking humor. Lipnicki was pretty cool about it.
Don't take it personally. I think it's funny, and I'm honored to be made fun of on that show. So, I thought it was funny. A few of my fans were mad, and I was like, guys, you gotta calm down, because I thought it was really funny.
Look at him hiding the tears behind his smile like we can't see it. A few of your fans, indeed. Poor dude even had to flaunt his abs just to salvage a bit of aura for himself. I understand.
You know, yeah, man.
Okay.
I love it, man. Yeah.
At least he's got abs to flaunt. I'm over here abless. Brother, I got flabs. I got a 6-pack of flabs. Anywho, yeah, he took it quite nicely. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Call your lawyer because someone noticed you look different as an adult? Your Honor, they said I'm not 6 anymore. Yeah, that case isn't gonna go anywhere. Next up is the teenage superstar who had the world on such a chokehold that even a married woman abandoned her home training and pursued him, all for a taste of that youthful glow. You know how everyone should just know their level? Like me. I make YouTube videos. You won't see me going after Sydney Sweeney, okay? I know my place. It's in her arms. But intrusive thoughts, no, focus! But somehow, Lois Griffin took a good look at herself, stared really hard into the mirror, and decided that, you know what? I'm gonna be a belieber, as they called it back then. I know I'm old, tell me about it. Now, this would have been funny if she was going after the current Justin Bieber, you know, the one who looks like he'd body slam a paparazzi dude for breathing too loud.
It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it? We're on the sidewalk.
Yeah, if Lois moved towards this Justin, he would have definitely clocked her. But nah, Lois went after the baby-faced, swoopy-haired, pre-tattoo Biebster, the one who looked like he smelled faintly of shampoo and teenage heartbreak.
My God, he is so adorable. I could just bite him and eat him up.
I know, he's perfect.
Honestly, I'm not even sure how we got here. I mean, my video is supposed to be about celebrities reacting to Family Guy parodies, not Lois Griffin having a full-blown midlife crisis and turning into America's most deranged cougar again. But let's retrace her steps. It was her birthday. Peter made one small, tiny, insignificant mistake, reminding her that she was getting old.
Life has a way of changing things. Become a barren, strip-mined, muddy landslide that droops ever downward. What were once 2 firm, impressive mountain peaks form of the shredded, raggedy, blown-out end piece of a practical joker's exploding cigar. What were once pink and succulent rose petals.
Okay, I take it back. That was no mere tiny mistake. And Lois was not okay with admitting that she was aging like a frackin' human being. Aw, she reminds me of my mom. So to prove that she was still desirable, she went after Justin Bieber just to feel young again. Now, I'm sure you noticed, just as well as I did, how wrong that sentence sounded. But trust me, whatever you're thinking, it is not as bad as this.
I'm Stifler's mom. Okay, oh.
Still, no idea.
Just get your pants off, hon.
Stop right there!
Who are you? How'd you get in here?
Peter?
Step away from my wife, you—
Just relax, old man.
Old man? What, you think you're not gonna get old, you little bastard?
First of all, ma'am, you're somebody's mom. Heck, you could be this guy's mom for crying out loud. The only thing you should be seducing is a coupon at Target. Who's writing these jokes? There's just so much happening here. A teen pop star getting hunted down by a desperate suburban housewife only to get folded by her oversized husband. But come to think about it, guys, in a weird way, Peter was right all along. He did get old, and he finally got a taste of what it truly means to be a husband and a dad.
I'm a dad, I'm a husband.
We get it, Justin, okay? We get it. So, question is, what did the teenage Justin Bieber think about all this? Did he go crying into Selena Gomez's arms, sobbing, "Peter Griffin's a big meanie"? Okay, that part was really unnecessary. I'll dial it down, I promise. Bieber was quite grown up about it. He handled the Family Guy parody like a champ.
And we're February 11th, and I'm just hanging out with my boy Stewie from Family Guy.
Oh, sure, like totally. I can't wait to go see that movie. That's going to be the bomb diggity.
Even chilling with his dad, Peter, and...
Oh, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber's got the best stuff here. You know what I mean? My little, hey, look, my daughter that nobody knows about loves him. She's just freaking sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. The script wants me to say something completely different. I'm gonna just tell you this real. That dude is incredibly talented. Who the frick was that? But hold on, let me fact check myself before some nerd guy in the comments section types a 5-paragraph essay with timestamps and citations. That video of Bieber shouting out his movie with the dude next to him doing Family Guy impressions came out before the episode where Lois tried to relive her glory days with him, so technically Bieber didn't react to that parody. But then Family Guy had already dropped Bieber's name a few times before this episode even aired.
And that was Baby by Justin Bieber featuring Ludacris. Oh, that's right, bud. Our 5th caller will win those tickets.
Hey, I should try to win those Justin Bieber tickets just so I can, tear them up.
Let me not skip over the fact that Stewie, a baby, was driving. No wonder the car crashed as he tried to win the ticket. But guess which caller won?
Congratulations, you're caller number 5.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
You're going to see Justin Bieber.
Yes, Jesse, I won. Never say never.
The man that shall not be named just promoted a Justin Bieber movie. But if Herbert actually won those tickets, you'd better hope Justin had beefed up a security detail at that concert, and I just named him. However, let's be honest, Justin's been in far worse situations than spending time with Herbert the pervert. I mean, this is someone he once spent 48 hours with.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA, yeah.
The fact that this dude's first words in the video to Justin was, as soon as you turn 16.
Oh, bro.
There was a comment that pointed that out. I'm like, holy frick. I know, it's not a funny situation, but, it's how I cope, okay? Let's just move on. So back to the guy typing that 5-paragraph essay. Basically, there was this hilarious back and forth between Family Guy and Justin Bieber. The star boy even went as far as rocking an ice bling a Stewie.
I just saw the other day of Justin Bieber, and check it out. Look what he's wearing there. Can we get a close-up of that? He's got Stewie bling, which is...
Let me tell you, I've never been more flattered in my life.
So yeah, Bieber pretty much handed him the green light to roast him by doing that voice impression video. That's like telling Seth MacFarlane, hey, here's my face, do your worst. And oh, they did. They absolutely did. This next guy the Family Guy made a full-on parody of is actually an important Hollywood legend, I think. I mean, there are a lot of things to admire about this guy.
You're a monster.
I was going to the bathroom, and I just couldn't stop looking at my penis. Sorry, it took so long.
Yeah, I heard it's fantastic. You're a monster, James Woods.
So, James Woods was a big-time actor and celebrity in the ages when dinosaurs still roamed the frackin' earth. But before you think Family Guy went on to make a caricature of another fossilized Hollywood star, the thing is, James Woods actually voices his character in Family Guy.
This house belongs to Peter Griffin, and that's me.
This is my house.
No.
Joe, you can't possibly believe this. You know who Peter is.
Driver's license, social security card. This puts me in a tough spot. This man has all the paperwork.
So wait, that's James Woods? Yeah, but he stole Peter's character as a way of getting back at him for ruining his reputation. But what reputation did Peter even have in the first place? And Joe, of all people? What tight spot are you talking about? How can you not tell? You know what? Rip to all the brain cells we sacrifice anytime we watch these guys being themselves. Because tell me, how is James Woods mistaken for the fat man?
Right down to the poop sack. What? You don't all wear a poop sack?
So basically, James Woods kept popping up in different places in Family Guy until he eventually got himself killed.
Look! He's dead.
Nice.
But this was sort of like how Jon Snow died, only to pop back up the next season. So don't worry, guys. He came back.
Hey, Knucklebutts!
James Woods!
I thought you were dead!
Well, I'm not.
But I don't understand it.
The fact that James Woods keeps coming back every few seasons to make a fool of himself is quite impressive, I must say. I mean, this chasing candy scene was downright a moment in time.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Let's remember this right away because he's done this twice.
Oh, Peter, we're so glad to have you back.
People who have never watched Family Guy know that scene. It's been gifted, however you say it. James Woods has an Oscar nomination, but he's most famous for following Candy. So, what was his reaction? Well, the thing is, James Woods at first was all up for it. The man was super glad to be roasting himself on the show. I mean, if people are already making fun of you, you can help them out by doing so, too.
I just really enjoy making fun of myself because it's just, everybody else is going to do it. I might as well join in.
But then he switched it up. I guess the jokes just went too far for the guy. He was recently offered another Family Guy episode, reluctantly turned it down for similar reasons. It was mean-spirited, totally political, and worst of all, simply not funny. I mean, hey, comedy is subjective, but I didn't find the other jokes funny. Oh well, #sad indeed. Let's leave the poor guy alone and look at when Family Guy went after someone their own size. and this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Tiny Tom Cruise?
You know what takes a massive cojones? Roasting Tom Cruise. We're talking about Tom Cruise. I mean, Mission Impossible Tom Cruise, Top Gun, Rain Man, the guy who has jumped off more planes than we can count. That Tom Cruise. All of those movies I've never actually seen. But whoa, gotta slow on down here. Some of you are already looking at me funny, and not for the comment I just made. You need to cut out all this glazing. I mean, how great is Tom Cruise anyway? I've never seen the movies. Not like he's ever done anything wild like swinging from a plane midair while wearing a suit. Wait a minute, I did see a clip of that actually. Bro's out there aura farming a death experience while still rocking that suit better than I did at prom. But then here comes the Family Guy paradox, because explain to me why on God's green earth this dude is the same height as Stewie. Like, guys, what is that supposed to mean for me? I'm 5'8". I'm taller than Tom Cruise! And they even got the whole deal with Cruise in the Scientology church.
How can we ever repay you, Tom Cruise?
Well, you could make a sizable donation to the Church of Spaceship Beep Boop.
Let's go back for some context. Cruise joined a religion. The hand quote thing again, but I made it more obvious this time. It's called Scientology. They believe that human beings are plagued by immortal alien souls called Thetans brought to the Earth by the Galactic Emperor Xenu billions of years ago. Pause. You know what? If this was just the case, then people would probably just let Cruise and all of this slide. You know what I mean? But it turns out that these Scientology guys are into some pretty deep doo-doo. You see why Stewie, of all people, would make a statement like this now, don't you?
And we won't get in trouble because we didn't use the actual name!
Anything that shuts Stewie up has to be pure evil, because normally this brat doesn't know when to zip it. But the first time Tom Cruise appeared on the show was when Stewie met him at the mall. This was indeed the real intro to Tiny Tom Cruise.
Sorry, I've made a decision to go for that shirt, and when that happens, it is on. Full throttle, man. Pow!
Excuse me, I was looking at this. I guess your mommy lets you drink coffee, huh?
Whoa, I don't put stimulants in my body.
You're an energetic little fellow.
But then again, soon as Stewie finds out he's Tom Cruise, we're reminded that everybody's a Tom Cruise fan.
You know something? You kind of remind me of Tom Cruise.
Boom! You got me, man.
Wow, Tom Cruise! You look bigger in the movies.
Yes, good observation, Stewie. He does look bigger in the movies. Someone get this kid a gold star. I wonder why that might be. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the camera angles and him wearing taller boots and lying on his dating app that he's 6'2", and making sure his IG profile's a close-up selfie, never a full picture. Yeah, we're still talking about Tom Cruise, by the way. Now, the thing is, you can't throw shades at Tom without also throwing digs at his religion.
I believe eating the lions gives me power.
Got a lion in there?
Oh no, I eat those first.
Yeah, I hear you believe in a lot of crazy stuff.
They even made a parody out of the fact that Cruise always did his stunts by himself in his movies, but this time, there were no suits. Like, Tom Cruise wasn't even hanging off the plane. They had him strapped to Peter like an overgrown baby.
I don't know I'm not in a movie all the time.
Why are we jumping again?
So people will watch your stuff.
See what they turned the action star into in the name of a parody? How dare you drag such a figure through the mud and then rinse him off in a water fountain?
The big stuff. Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff.
They are literally swimming in a water fountain made for birds. What section of Gulliver's Travel is this? But get this, later on in the episode, Stewie finds out that he's going to be tall after all, so he ditches Tom. This has to be the height of it. So now even the weird baby's looking down on Tom Cruise. I couldn't say that with a straight face. I almost made it, dang it.
Hey, Stewie, you want to check out the go-kart I used in Days of Thunder?
I'm no longer comfortable hanging out with someone whose teeth are bigger than their fingers. I just found out I'm actually going to be tall, so...
You are making a big mistake, Stewie. Nobody walks away from Tiny Tom Cruise.
Speaking of wives, Hollywood just loves a rumor mill. And just in case this one flew over your noggin, there was a time when people thought Tom Cruise was gay. Well, some still think he's gay, while others are hoping he's gay so they can stand the chance. But we gotta keep this on the low, because Cruise don't like it when people call him gay. Like in 2011 when the magazine published claims by adult film actor Chad Slater, who said he had an affair with Cruise. Dude was smart for that. Anyway, Tom sued the Corn Man for defamation. We're talking $100 million lawsuit, but all that real life tension does not really bother Family Guy.
Oh my God! I'm free! The force field is down! Go now!
Was the cage of naked men really necessary? But yeah, these jabs turned into a full-on running gag. There was one moment that literally made me laugh out loud.
Jeez, Brian, that's more ridiculous than the theory of why Tom Cruise runs in all his movies.
Wow, that cameraman has nice strong arms. You can't catch me, gay thoughts!
Oh, dude, if I were Tom Cruise, I'd file another $100 million lawsuit for this and add an extra $50 million for making me best friends with that freckin' creep Stewie. And believe it or not, Family Guy actually reached out to Tom Cruise to voice Tiny Tom Cruise, something about self-deprecation being the key to humor. But Tom flat out refused to come voice his own character. Big shocker. The only real joke here is, you're not tall, and I'm not tall, he said. But after all these episodes of being dragged again and again in the mud, what does Tom have to say when he meets Seth one-on-one on national television?
Yeah. How many voices do you do? Sorry, I don't mean to take over your interview, but I'm just kind of curious. Like, how many can you do? How many? Like, what's the...
You know, just enough to avoid being myself.
Bro, dude was enchanted. I mean, to be fair, it is really cool watching him do the voices live like that. You know what's wild? He might have been smiling and joking with Seth there, but that man was absolutely still holding on to some grudge. That's peak wounded ego right there. Being so mad you won't even use your own voice to make things worse. For this next celebrity, we're going back into the time machine, and this time around, it might be a long trip back. Careful about the dinosaurs. They're right over there. Made that joke earlier, got it. ChatGPT failing me today. For those born after the year 2000, like me, Dan Rather is the news guy, like the guy. I'm talking CBS news anchor for over 24 years. 24 years in one job? That's literally longer than the average American marriage lifespan. I know too much, but hear me out. If anyone can give advice about sticking it out through the hard times and not giving up on love, it's our man, Dan Rather.
What are your reassuring thoughts for those who have given up on love now that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are divorcing?
Well, you never give up on love. But I will say, I was surprised by this. I thought they were going to make it against the odds, you know, Hollywood marriage, all of that. But you never give up on love. Come on.
All right. Enough of the yappy emotional stuff. But you guys see how sweet this old man is. It makes sense why Family Guy went a bit easy on him when they decided to make a parody out of him. So if you've ever heard Dan speak, and now you have if you haven't before, he has this thing he does. It's not really his fault. It's just the lips he's got. So Family Guy decided to tease him about it.
Good evening, I'm Dan Rather, and tonight on CBS News, soldiers sodomize southern settlement. 7 Saudi squatters, several of Saddam's...
Oh, come on, man, Seth, not the whistles. This man is an award-winning journalist, for crying out loud. People started calling him a tea kettle. Well, I'd rather not join that bandwagon. See what I did there? You might be wondering how the old geezer took all this. Well, here's a clip of him reacting to the scene.
Southern settlement squatters. I'm Dan Rather.
So that's your reaction.
Exactly. I love it.
I love it.
I mean, that's not even surprising. The man has survived multiple wars. Seth MacFarlane's humor is child's play to this man. But slow down with the laughing, old man. We wouldn't want to send that train back to the tracks again, would we? Holy frick. I gotta admit, his response was kind of soothing. Like, the dude could steal my job any day. But speaking to people who should probably slow down a bit, let's get to this next celebrity. I have waited to get to Grant the minute this video began. This guy is a phenomenon. Running around the city with red tights, but still managing to bag a hot chick like Iris. I'm in the wrong business. If you think I'm being a hater, then tell me why it makes sense that a man would move that fast and still get the girl. No, I'm not projecting. You are. Look at this frackin' dude. Showing off.
Do you see how fast he's running?
I've never gone that fast. No one has.
But yeah, you're right. I should be mad at Barry Allen, not Grant, but potato. Back to Grant. His was not a parody, and more of a shout out, and it came in the episode Send in Stewie Please from season 16. Basically, Stewie had reason to believe he was becoming gay. I wonder what the signs were.
Well, you're a filthy girl, aren't you? You're a dirty flirt. You want it bad, and you don't care who you get it from because you have no self-respect, and that gets you off, doesn't it? Look at you there. Yes, you're looking for a bad time. That's what you're after. Oh!
Stewie!
Not gonna talk about that. So now Stewie is visiting a psychologist. Not for that particular reason, but one way or the other, the topic comes up.
I think I'm less gay than I used to be. But do I think that Grant Gustin and I would make the most adorable Instagram couple? Yes. Not that anybody at this school would care. You know, most people over 70 probably don't know who he is. Grant Gustin plays the Flash on the CW, if you were wondering.
If a British talking baby with a head shaped like a regulation NFL football, mind you, and a lifelong reputation for being evil suddenly admits he's considering turning gay just for me, I mean, what would you do? Let me know down in the comment section. But you won't believe that it actually got Grant Gustin excited.
Actually, it was his coming out mentions that, he's not fully gay, but if he does think that he'd make a cute Instagram couple with Grant Gustin.
That's pretty sweet.
Positive.
That could be mean. That sounds nice.
Yeah. It was Stewie's.
Congratulations.
Listen to him get all giddy like a high schooler. By the way, Iris, have you ever watched this? I just want you to know I would never fantasize about leaving you for a talking baby. You into YouTuber? You guys should stop looking at me that way. There are more serious things like what Family Guy kept doing to this next celebrity. Marlee Matlin has built a really successful career for herself in Hollywood. Literally the only deaf performer to win an Oscar. Family Guy wanted a piece of the pie. In this episode here, Stewie does a quick flashback of the time he had to live with Marlee Matlin and, well...
Oh, great. This is going to be worse than the time I lived with Marlee Matlin.
Hi, Stewie.
Come on, Marlee. I know you can't hear them, but you gotta feel those things slapping out of there.
I'd probably have the same complaint if she were my roommate. But it wasn't enough for Alex Borson and Seth to roast her in a cartoon episode. They had to do it before a live audience. Yes, that's supposed to be what it would sound like if a deaf person was singing. But hold on, there was a major plot twist because it kept getting uglier and uglier until Marlee got to the stage, looked Alex dead in the face, and told her, F you, before storming off. Now before you go thinking this got ugly, relax, I was baiting you a little, I am a YouTuber. Marlee did say F you and storm out, but it looked like this.
You want to learn some savvy quirks?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Matter of the fact here, this entire thing was a planned event, so they were actually all in on this and no feelings were actually hurt. Marlee wanted to voice a character in Family Guy. She got the role and voiced Peter's new coworker Stella in the episode The Blind Side.
Griffin, say hello to Opie's replacement Stella. Griffin, she's deaf.
Nice to meet you.
Well, what is this? We doing a new secret handshake now?
If you've never learned anything from Family Guy, at least take this away. Nothing is sacred. Outside the show, Marlee's this huge inspiration to everyone, but in this madhouse, Peter's using her to detect his farts. Really puts her gifts to work, doesn't it?
Are your other senses better on account of you can't hear? I got one in the pocket right now. Like, can you smell my farts before they even come out?
I can't smell it, no.
And I want to know if I need to feel self-conscious about it.
A lot of people make small movements with a fart. I might be able to see it.
Overall, we could say that she was a good sport. In her words, the day we censor humor is a sad one for sure. So that's it, guys. But if you thought this was wild, check out the other videos on your screen and see crazier. As always, thank you for watching.